All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash True Inferno. Back at it with another Throwback Tunes on another Thursday, and we are reviewing the Mind of Mannie Fresh. Yes, so believe it or not, Mannie Fresh had his own album. Not a part of Cash Money, not a part of the Big Timers, not a part of the Hot Boys or anything like that. His own studio album. This is his debut studio album. And this joint came out December 21st, 2004, obviously under Cash Money Records and under Universal Music Group. So, yeah, and it was recorded all throughout the year 2000. So, obviously, the producer involved here, obviously, was Mannie Fresh. So, yeah, there you go with that. Now, and it did make the charts. The actual album did make the charts. It was 47th on the top Billboard 200, 16th on the top R&B/hip-hop album charts, and number 9 in the top rap albums charts. So he actually came up with 2 solo albums, and that one right there was his best one, obviously. So there you go with that. Now there's 30 tracks. Oh god! And here's the messed up thing about this. There's a number of skits here. So to be safe, we're gonna count them all real quick. All right, currently at 3, and then we got 4, 5, and then we got. It's a lot of skits here. Like I said, it's a lot of skits. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. There's 12 skits, but we got like 18 tracks that are legit, so I can still give you guys the top 5, not the top 3. But yeah, just be aware, there's a lot of skits, and some of these songs are like short as heck, but I'm still considering them as songs. So let's get into it. The first track is called Intro, and you would think that's a song, but in actuality, it's not a song. Then after that, we got Conversation, which is actually the second single off this album. I did not know that until I looked it up. This is actually his second single off this album. We'll get more info on that track later. And that featured Tatizi, Z-E, excuse me. Tatizi. Then track number 3, Answering Machine, another skit. Then we got Chubby Boy, followed by Phone Message number 1, another skit. Then next up is Beautiful Bitch featuring 6 Shot. Track number 7 is Rain's Takeover 1 featuring Lil Rain. And you think this is a skit? I mean, well, like possibly is, but it's an actual song. He's dropping some bars and stuff like that. Track number 8 is called Pussy Power, a crappy night. Then track number 9, Phone Message number 2, another skit. Then track number 10 is called Refresh featuring Lil Rain, followed by Mississippi, which is a 5-second skit. I crap you not. Track number 12 is called Go With Me, which was performed by the Big Timers. So yeah, that's a Big Timer song right there. And that was actually produced by Mannie Fresh. So yeah, there was other producers involved here aside from Mannie. My bad, not Mannie Fresh. David Banner. There were other producers here involved aside from Mannie Fresh. So David Banner did that track. And I'm not just name all who produced what aside from the tracks that were produced by Mannie Fresh, obviously. Track number 13 is called Lady Lady featuring Lil Rain and R. Kelly, followed by Nothing Compares to Love. Track number 15 is called Rain's Takeover 2 featuring Lil Rain, obviously. And no, that's not a skit. I'm still not considering that a skit. Track number 16 is called How We Ride featuring Jasper, Bun B, and David Banner. Yeah, he didn't produce that track, but that's weird. Track number 17 is called Not Tonight, followed by The DJ, which is another skit, but it was produced by R.Q. Dickinson. Track number 19 is called Real Big, which is his first single off this album. Oh my gosh. We'll get more on that later. Track number 20 is called Great Moments in the Ghetto, number 1, featuring Petey Pablo, which is another skit. Track number 21 is Tell It Like It Is, followed by Dinnerloo, which is another skit. So yeah. Then we got Day in the Life, and in parentheses, Cadillac Doors, followed by Great Moments in the Ghetto, number 2, which is another skit. Then we got I Know You Ain't Happy, followed by Phone Message number 3. You guessed it, that's a skit. Then we got Fight Song, and then we got Mayor's Song, which I'm gonna consider that to be a skit. And speaking of skits, track number 29 is called Swingers and Singers, which is a skit. And then we got Shake That Ass featuring Lil Mo, Tatizi, and Reel, R-E-E-L. And yeah, there's 30 songs. I'm dead serious. Now, the first single off this track is Real Big. So here's the thing. This joint came out in 2004, and it was 79th on the top Billboard, the Billboard Hot 100 charts, and 33rd on the Hot R&B/hip-hop songs chart. And this song do indeed have a music video. Now, here's another thing about this song. In case you don't know or you forgot, This song was the leading song off of the hit video game Midnight Club 3, really the series, because you got the Midnight Club 3, and then you got the dub, well, there's the dub edition, then the dub edition remix, and then I believe there was like a PSP version, I don't remember, but yeah, that was the leading song off of that video game, and that video game was dope, but part 2 was better, but part 3 was dope, mostly because they got Detroit in here, downtown Detroit in this game, which is dope as heck. And the soundtrack is really, really cool. But again, the soundtrack for part 2 was better in my opinion. But the soundtrack for part 3 was really dope, if I do say so myself. So, and yeah, there is a PSP version of this game as well. So yeah, Real Big was a part of Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. It had its own music video, which you can easily find on YouTube. Now, the second single, Conversation, featuring Tatizi, that one got me by surprise. I did not know that was a single. That came out sometime in 2005, and it was 91st on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs track. And there was no music video that I could find anyway involving Conversation. There was some type of interview or party involving that track, but not really a music video. So there's that. All right, now I'm about to give you guys my favorite tracks off this album from worst to first. But before that, let's get to the skits that actually had some pretty dope beats. The intro had a cool beat. Not Tonight. It's really like a parody, so that's why really you could say there's like 14 skits, but still though, I still could give you top 5. But Not Tonight, it sounds like a parody to me. If you would have heard it, you would have thought it was a parody. But the DJ had a really cool beat. I like the mixing that was done on that one. And Mayor's song had a cool beat as well. Alright, Day in the Life, Calidors is the worst song off this album. The tempo is excellent, however. The melody is cool, same with the bass. The kick and snare was just straight. Overall, the track is cool. There's going to be a theme with the majority of his beats, by the way. I wonder if you could figure it out. Next up is Chubby Boy. The tempo is really cool. Melody is cool. Bass is cool. The kick is straight. The snare is cool. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got Fight Song. The tempo is really cool. The melody is cool. Same with the bass. The kick is borderline straight / cool. It's right in between there. The snare is unique, but cool. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got Lady Lady. The tempo is really cool. The melody is cool. The bass is cool. The kick is cool. The snares, clap combo, they're cool. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got Go With Me. The tempo is really cool. The melody is cool. The bass is cool. Same with the kick and the snare. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got Pussy Power. The tempo is excellent. The melody is cool. Same with the 808s and the kick. And the snare, excuse me, not the kick. Overall, the track is cool. Next up is Nothing Compares to Love. The tempo is really cool. The melody is cool. Bass is cool. Kick is cool. Snare is really cool. Overall, the track is still cool. Next up is Tell It Like It Is. The tempo is really cool. The melody is cool. Same with the bass, but needs more of it. The kick is cool. The snare is really cool. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got Beautiful Bitch. The tempo is really cool. The melody is just cool. Same with the bass and the kick. The snare is really cool. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got How We Ride. The tempo is cool no, my bad. The tempo is really cool. My bad, I apologize. The melody is straight though. The bass is really cool. Same with the kick. The snare was just cool. Overall, this track was borderline cool and really cool. It was in the middle right here. I couldn't decide whether I should classify that as cool or really cool. And there's a number of tracks like that. Next up is Conversations. The tempo is really cool. The melody was just straight though. The bass is cool. The kick is really cool. The snare is really cool. Overall, the track is, again, borderline cool / really cool. This is a first entrance. Next up is Refresh. Tempo is really cool. The melody is cool. The 808s are cool. The snare is really cool. Overall, the track is borderline cool / really cool. All right, I'm about to give you guys my top 5. Fifth best track off this album, Range Takeover 1. The tempo is really cool. The melody is really cool. The bass is really cool. The kick is just straight though. The snare is cool. The track is cool / really cool. It's at that borderline. And the song starts at the 40-second mark. Next up is Shake That Ass. The tempo is cool / really cool. The melody / sample rather is cool. The bass is really cool. Same with the kick and the snare. Overall, the track is really cool as the drums and the bass carry this track for real. That's the only reason why this high on the list, because of the bass, the kick, and the snare. And of course, the tempo. The best track off this album, I Know You Ain't Happy. Tempo is excellent. The melody is cool. Same with the bass. The kick is really cool. Claps are really cool. The drum sample, because there's 2 different sets of drums. One of them, you can identify that drum sample from like the early 90s. Overall, the track is really cool. Second best track off this album, no pun intended, Rain's Takeover 2. Tempo is cool, melody is really cool, the synth bass is really cool, the kick is unique but cool, the snare is really cool. Overall, the track is really cool as it starts at the 20-second mark. And come on, man, the number one track out this album is Real Big, without question. This is one of my all-time favorite Cash Money songs from back in the day, that is. The tempo is really cool, the melody is excellent, the bass is really cool, the kick is really cool, the snare is really cool. Overall, this track is really cool. Real Big, without a doubt, is the best track off this album. So, what's the theme? These tempos are on point. The tempos for most of these beats are on point. There's nothing here that, well, you notice how I didn't say anything about the tempo being just straight or less. They are really on point. But at the same time, you flip that, the melody was a bit of an issue here. Like the majority of the time, the melody was just cool. There was some where the melody just straight, with the exception of Real Big, which was like excellent, and Rain's Takeover 2, which was really cool. So that's really why those two tracks are the top two tracks off this album, because of the melody. The melody really helped out there. But yeah, Mannie Fresh knows what he's doing with that tempo. So yeah, Real Big, best track off this album. Rain's Takeover 2, the second best track off this album. Again, no pun intended. No pun intended. Right? All right, let me give you guys these professional ratings. On Music gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Stylist Magazine gave it an A-. Robert Chris Kyle gave it a 2 star. I don't know out of what. Pop Matters gave it a 9 out of 10. Rap Reviews gave it a 7 out of 10. Rolling Stones gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And the USA Today gave it 2 out of 4 stars. So the reviews were all over the place. But what do I think about this album? Well, actually, before I get to that, there's one more bit of info that I need to share. The album actually ended up at 87 on the US Top R&B / Hip Hop Albums chart by the end of that year, 2005, actually. So I just want to throw that out there. So, what do I think about this album? This is actually tough. This is actually tough. So, if I had to rate this album, I'm gonna rate this joint a 3.75 out of 5. I recommend you download it and keep it, especially Real Big. 3.75 out of 5. Download it and keep it. So that will do it, and I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka the New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.